Now let's head back to Pasadena, California to the Art Center Classic Car Show.
You may recognize the gentleman standing next to me if you're a car person or if you're somebody that stays up really late every night. We have Mr. Jay Leno on the show. Jay, thank you very much for being on the Vintage Vehicle Show.
Well, thanks for having me.
So what came first, comedy or old cars?
Actually, old cars. When I was a kid, I always had old cars. My first car I got when I was 14, a 34 Ford, and I spent 2 years back and forward, up and down the driveway, learning how to drive a stick, you know, just waiting for that day when you get your license and become 16. So the car guy came first.
Mm-hmm. And your collection seems to be really eclectic in that you have the every guy's car, you have the Bugattis, you have just all kinds. I never
thought of it as a collection. I just like cars, and as you get successful, you make more money, you just buy better cars. So I guess it is a collection. I mean, everything here I drive. I mean, I don't trailer them around. We drive them around. So, yeah, I guess it's a collection.
You've been able to get into probably every collection in the world or the country that you want to. Is today's the collection here at the Art Center? What's your impression of this?
Well, I like this one because it's not a lot of cars. It's just really important cars. You know, a lot of times you go to shows, and I like 55 Chevys as much as everybody, but when you see 60 or 70 of them in a row, it gets to be, and it's so crowded. Whereas this, it's all car people. You don't have the kid with the ice cream and, you know, the lady smoking a cigarette leaning on your fender, like, and you go, excuse me, and they go, oh, sorry, you know, like, so, I mean, they're all enthusiasts, and you notice there's no ropes around any of the cars here because people know not to try and open the door or get in or do anything like that, you know.
The history of auto design, which the show here is focusing around, is Murphy, does that hold, that coach builder hold a real place in your heart, or is there a favorite that you have from the past?
Well, I like Murphy because it's American. I mean, when you think of coach builders, you always tend to think of Filoni Falaschi and, you know, and Mulliner and all. So we Americans have always sort of been you know, second-class citizens when it comes to that type of thing, because the Europeans were there first in a lot of cases. And I think Murphy shows that we're right up there with them.
When you're driving down the road in one of your cars and people see the car, they do a double take, they see you do a double take.
Well, they usually go, "You're on fire! Look, you're on fire! Hey, your knockoff fell off." I mean, there's always a reason. You know, I think they're waving at me, and then of course they're usually telling me of some impending doom, you know.
There's a bunch of steam coming out of your car.
There's steam coming out the back.
I overheard you a bit ago telling a story about the front end of one of your vehicles becoming one and alone by itself when you were driving.
This one here, coming in today, actually.
Wow.
I noticed I lost a bolt out of the steering linkage, and I turned the wheel, and I kept going straight. So we pulled over the side of the road and took apart a stop sign, don't tell anybody, and took the bolt off, and now I'll nurse it home.
Okay, well, why don't we stop this interview? Why don't you and I just get down to our shirt sleeves, get underneath the car, and fix it. Does that sound good?
It sounds good to me.
All right, let's get to work, Jay.
Thanks.
Thank you.